Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening everyone. Welcome back to Science Class with me, Teacher Afika. Alhamdulillah, we met again today. Okay, insyaAllah today we will continue from previous topic about classifying because I noticed some of you still not able to classify objects into a suitable groups. Still not able to identify the similarities and differences from the object. Okay, so before we start our class today, let us recite doa before studying. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma ftah alaina hikmataka wa insyur alaina min hazaini rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Amin. Alright, classifying is actually action that we use every day. Okay, when you want to arrange objects, you help your mother to arrange object in kitchen. You will classify it into the characteristic. Is it a sharp object or a blunt object? Yeah, so let's get started. How to classifying and identify similarities and differences of of objects. Okay, before we go through the slide, let us watch this video together.
Michael has lovely pets at home. These are his cats. Aren't these cats a joy to watch? These are all cats, but there are characteristics that make them different. One is the color of their hair covering. Some of these cats have white hair. Some have brown hair. Others have black hair. We can use color as a characteristic to classify objects. Classification is a science skill. This means we group or order objects based on their similarities and differences. Another characteristic that we can use to classify objects is by the number of legs that they have, just like these animals. Some animals have 2 legs, but other animals have 4 legs. Plants can be classified according to whether they produce flowers or not. Some plants are flowering plants, but others are non-flowering plants.
Okay, let's spot the similarities of from these pictures. Okay, so these are a group of kids, boys and girls. This is flowers, and this is animal. This is raincoat, a plane, and a car. Okay, so how can we how can we separate these pictures into suitable groups? Okay, even though kids flowering and this animal, you may not observe any similar physical, any similar from their physical, but actually these three we can classify into living things. Okay, because they can move, can breathe, reproduce, and so on. Okay, based on the characteristics of living things. While this one, raincoat, plane, and car, okay, are classified into non-living things. Okay, even though plane and car can move, but they cannot breathe, they cannot reproduce, and they cannot grow. That's why they are classified into non-living things. All right, so from this picture we can say that they are separate into living things and non-living things. Okay, now let's try this one. I give clue this time. Alright, so let's classify these musical instruments into beat and blow. On based on how the way they are played. Alright, so let's choose which instruments we play by beating and which instrument we play by blowing. Okay, yes, exactly. So saxophone and flute are classified into blowing. Okay, while xylophone, triangle, and drum, the way how to play is by beating. All right. So So they can be classified based on the ways they are played. Beat, sorry, not non-water absorbent here. Beat and also blow. Alright. Okay, drum, triangle, and xylophone. Which one? Flute and saxophone. Okay. Now let's try again. Another example. Okay, this time I will give you several examples so that you understand how to observe. First, you need to observe, then you spot their similarities or differences. Then only you can classifying those objects. Okay. This time, let's look at eagle, duck, and penguin. Okay, spot their similarity. Okay, they have two legs, yes, and they have beak, yes, and they have wings. Alright. So eagle, duck, and penguin can be classified into animals with wings. However, how about this one? Okay. Alright. Okay, we move to plants. Alright. So some plants can be classified into flowering, okay, and non-flowering. Look here, frangipani, sunflower, and roses are classified based on the way whether they can produce flowers or not. Okay, so this one, fern, succulent, and mosses are non-flowering plants. Sorry, non-flowering plants. Okay. Okay, so this one, a cow, goat, and lion. Tadi. Recap. Remember the slide I showed the eagle, duck, and penguin. So this is the continuation. Cow, goat, and lion are different from eagle, penguin, and duck, because they are animals without wings and have four legs. Okay. You can also, doesn't matter if you want to use animal without wings, animal with wings and without wings. You can also use another characteristic, which is two legs and four legs animal. Okay. All right. Okay. So this time, this is mop, clothes, glass, raincoat, sponge, and umbrella. How can we classify these objects? Yes, we can classify into Tara as water absorbent and non-water absorbent objects. Objects that can absorb water and and objects that are waterproof, cannot absorb water. So water absorbent objects are mop, sponge, and microfiber clothes. Remember, last year, we did experiment about these two types of object, water absorbent and non-water absorbent object. Okay, so umbrella, raincoat, and glass are classified into non-water absorbent objects. Okay, this time you do by yourself. But let's spot the characteristic first. Okay, this is eraser. It made of rubber. This is coin from metal. This is thumbtack, also from metal. This is pen from plastic, made of plastic. Rubber band from rubber, and this is spoon from metal. Okay, so spoon, coin, and thumbtack are made of metal. Eraser, rubber band, and pen is non-metal. So we can classify it into uh, the materials. They are the materials they are made of. Okay, so it's either metals or non-metals. Okay, but the other thing, what if I use magnet? Which object can attracted to magnet, which cannot? Yeah, so coin, thumbtack, and spoon are attracted to magnet, while eraser, rubber band, and plastic are not attracted to magnet. Okay, so you choose which characteristic you want to classify these objects. Okay, here I put so I put it magnetic objects and non-magnetic objects. Okay, coin, thumbtack, metal spoon. For non-magnetic objects, eraser, rubber band, and pen. That's all on how to classify objects into based on their similarities or based on their differences. Okay, so I hope you can understand. You need practice. You need to practice how. You need to practice on how to classifying this object. You need to observe. Use your senses to observe first. Then only you are able to classifying. Alright, class. If you have any question, do not hesitate to contact me through Seesaw. So I think that's all for our class today. Our topic on classifying. I'll see you again on tomorrow at the same time, inshallah. Okay, bye everyone. Assalamualaikum.